Coach, Kansas comes in tomorrow having only won 3 conference games, but you've been on the other side of that where, I feel like every team wants to beat you guys now that you're kind of the hunted instead of the hunter. How hungry is a team like them to come in here and beat you guys?
I've said it all along. He does a great job with them, and they run a lot of great stuff. They run a lot of stuff offensively, and they'll throw a lot of stuff against you defensively. This year he has some players, and he has some young players and has some veterans, but they're coming off a big win against TCU, and there's no doubt in my mind they'll come down here and play extremely hard. They're well coached, and we'll have our hands full.
We'll go back to Joe. Go ahead.
Mike, in the Texas game, Esmeri made a 3, and she's made a couple throughout the year. Is that the next step in the development of her game to be more comfortable taking jumpers away from the basket?
Yeah, absolutely. And, we started it this summer as much as we could. All her individual workouts was with the guards where, she was forced to do a lot more ball handle and shooting threes. So we'll continue that after the season and that. So we really need to get her eventually to the 3 position, 3-4. So yes, that'll be the next step for her. And she's a hard worker. So she needs to take that next step in order to, do what she needs to do at the next level.
Kevin Kinder, go ahead.
Mike, following up on that, you did that with Carey, obviously also working, to move her to the outside game. Is that just part of the evolution of, more positionless, more outside play, or are you seeing specific things in like Carey and Esmeri's game that leads them to those moves?
Well, I think, you look at Esmeri, she's 6'1", 6'2", Carey about 6'2", 6'3". I mean, really for their career and that type of stuff, they need to be moved out some. And I think that's where the game's going anyway. I mean, you look at WNBA and NBA, a lot of their posts are shooting threes, even their 5s. And we've kind of went to a more of a spread offense where we have them facing up probably 50% of the time. And it makes us better when they can shoot the ball out there and can put it on the floor. So, yeah, it really does. And kind of what we're going to on offense, really that fits into it.
Joe, keep going.
Mike, looking at KU's stats, they are a little bit turnover prone. Does that give you an opportunity to maybe bring a little bit more pressure, or do you guys want to try to run your base stuff and go from there?
Well, we'll see how the game goes. But, yeah, we definitely want to get up the lane. We definitely want to get ball pressure. We definitely want to turn them over and try to get some easy layups on the other end. But, with that being said, we don't want to gamble. We want to play our defense and get up the lane and create turnovers. And then when you create turnovers, that creates offense. And it's always nice to get offense out of your defense.
Go ahead, Joe.
Mike, a couple games this week in which you guys are probably favored, and you got the big matchup against Baylor coming up next week. Do you have to guard against the team looking ahead, or are they pretty well disciplined enough to focus on each individual?
Well, I hope not. I mean, they seem like they're focused, but you hope that they're not looking ahead. Kansas can very easily beat you, and then you have Oklahoma, which we took a big lead at the end, but that was a very close game the whole game. So we cannot look ahead. So hopefully, it's my job to get them focused and all that, and we need to be focused for Kansas tomorrow.
Any more questions for Coach today? Go to Carly Nevis. Go ahead.
Coach, I was watching some of their game against TCU just before this, and it seems like the 3-ball really helped them, climb back in that game. How much of a threat are they tomorrow with the 3?
Well, they have some shooters. They have, both their guards can shoot the 3. They have a young lady coming off the bench can shoot the 3 pretty well. I think their freshman post that they have can shoot the 15-footer and take you off the dribble. So when their freshman posts come in, they're more of a face-up type post. you know, like we're trying to do, and they create some problems when they do that. So, you know, we'll have to defend. We'll have to defend. We'll have to get out on the shooters. But with that being said, we got to defend their drives and defend the 4 and 5 from taking it off the dribble.
Any more questions? Carly, go ahead.
Coach, we've obviously here in this media group talked a lot about Kaiser this season, but how good does it feel for you as a coach that she's finally getting, you know, some national recognition today with the Naismith honor?
Yeah, it's great. It's great for her. It's great for our team. It's great for our program. You know, I'm real excited for her. And she had to get it the hard way. You know, she was picked not in it in the beginning, was picked honorable mention, Big 12. So she had to work her way into all these honors, and she's got to feel great about that because nobody gave her any honors, nobody gave her anything coming into this year, and so I'm excited for her. Hard work pays off, and because of her hard work, it's starting to pay off for her, and I hope it continues.